Well, hello guys, how's everybody doing today? Great to see all of you here. You know, there comes a point in our civilization or in our life where there's some profound truth that it shapes the very nature of your life and your understanding. It shapes the very nature of your existence. And this video will be one of those points, one of those information that will change the existence, the perception, the belief of your entire life. Okay? Remember what I just said. There comes a point in life where something so profound challenge your beliefs, and you will have no choice. Listen, you will have no choice but to accept it. Your mind will reject it, but your soul and your body will accept it, and the mind will get it because it is now in the realm of science. Okay, so I just want to pop that in for you. So let's go. Here it is. Mark, can you please get these questions in my other phone here? So here we go. Mark, can you please get these questions in my other phone here? So here we go. Mark, can you please stop talking about we are gods? How are we even gods? We are just human beings trying to find our purpose. Okay, so I'm going to reveal to you how you are gods, and you are not human beings trying to find a purpose. You are now going to manifest like the God you are. Okay? Let me show you something. What is the material world made of? You may say the atoms and the particles. What are the atoms and the particles made of? Another question. If you take away the atoms and the particles, did you know if you take away the electron, the proton, the neutron, the boson, okay, the Higgs boson, the lepton, if you take away all of those particles, what are you left with? Someone goes, there's nothing. Nope. You're left with a lot of stuff. You're left with space. What is the atom? 99% empty space. What is space? Space is all around you. Space look empty to you? Yeah, it may look like nothing. But here's the shocker to you, my friends. Physical reality is not a manifestation of particles. Physical reality is a manifestation of space. Space manifests particles. Okay, let me go ahead and just make it deeper. What is in space? Awareness, consciousness. The brain. You have a brain. When the brain is broadcasting a radio station, and you hear the host on the radio station say, "Oh, welcome to 94.1. Today we're going to..." Is the radio host in the radio? If you open up the radio, are you going to find a host? The guy that says, "Hey, welcome tonight." You're not going to find anything. You're just going to find space. You're just going to find frequency. So where is the radio host broadcasting from? What is going on in space? Well, my friends, here's the thing. You have to understand. You are space manifesting as a human being, the God. That's what you are. They call it the ether. The ether is space manifesting itself as the atom, the proton, the electron, and the neutron. Quantum physics has shown this as evidence now. Space generates you. You generate space. Space, consciousness, awareness generates it. So, point blank, the most simplistic terms is, yes, you are the God. The space is experiencing itself and manifesting itself as the human being, as the awareness. If you take all the particles out, there's still information in the space. There's so much things happening in that space. They call it 0-point energy field. That's what you are. Okay? Questions on that? How do you know it's true? Well, research has now shown that awareness exists outside of your brain. You are not local. You're non-local. That's right. The person you are right now, the mind that's thinking, that's watching this video, the awareness of you, that's the God. Everything else, the human being part of you, is an accessory that you brought here with you. So, you want the shocker? There's only you, my friends. You determine success and you determine failure based on the accessories you brought here with you. What are the accessories I brought here with me, Mark? You brought feelings. You brought emotions. You brought beliefs. Those are the accessories you use to play in this game. That's it. So I'll go back to the question. Here's the question. Mark, can you stop talking about we're gods? How are we even gods? We're just human beings trying to find our purpose. Now you know why you're gods. And you're not human beings trying to find a purpose. You see, people, you have to understand the deeper analogy and understanding that you live in a world that tricks you a lot. They make stuff up. It's to get you off of your game plan. When I tell individuals, I say, hey man, you are actually a god. I get a lot of negative feedback, and I'm like, whoa, these people don't even understand the power they have. It's like, and then when I explain the science to them, when I explain the science to them, they logically understand it. But their stubbornness, their belief is still stuck. They don't want to get out of it. You, my friends, have to get out. Let me repeat it again. You and I are more space than physical matter. You are the space that you see right now. I say it again. Take away the electron, take away the proton, take away the neutron. Is there any? Oh my, there's nothing left. You're wrong. Space is still there, teeming with other information of energy and vibration. Your consciousness, your awareness powers the thing. So when people say the ether, they're talking about the power source. They're talking about consciousness power in the universe. If the universe had a switch, it would be the ether. When you turn the light on in your house and you get the light, that's called the ether. When you turn on reality and life, it's called ether. It's called space. It's called consciousness, which is in you right now. If it's in you right now, you are a god. Well, what we gotta get detailed. What is a god? A god is supposed to be a deity that's supernatural, that can do anything, that have all the power, that can transcend worlds, That's what you fit. Religion muddied it up by creating other gods, other this, other that. You can have as many gods as you want, whatever they want to create, whatever they want. The fact is, you cannot diffuse the fact that you are more space than real. Science has proven that. So how is that not a god? Comment below and tell me how is that not a god. I'm waiting for someone to tell me how is that not a god. The fact is that your brain, which is an accessory that you, the God force, brought here with you to play, your brain communicates with you. You use your brain as your receptor. The brain is not who you are. The brain is your radio. It's like taking your phone with you to play the game. So the brain is your phone. You take your phone, you get all your communications with you. Is the phone you? Are you the phone? No, my friends, you are the operator of the phone. You go look, you take your phone, you open up your phone, blip, 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 you tap it. Is this phone Mark? This phone is not me. This is my this is my tool I use, So what's outside of the phone? Me. What's outside of you? The space. I'm just making an analogy to make it simple for you to understand, because many of you won't get this, so I have to simplify it for you to break it down. I'm using the phone now. So I can go into the phone. I can search anything on the internet. I can find anything. I can store information. I can record voices. I have even pictures on the phone. This is the brain that you have. This is your brain here, okay? So think about this. This is the phone. This is what I do. When I put the phone down, where am I? I am everywhere simultaneously all at once. I can change this phone for another phone. I can get an iPhone. I can upgrade to the Android phone. What changes? Only thing changes is the phone. The signal that comes to the phone never changes. The carrier may change, but it's the same signal. It's the Wi-Fi, it's the internet. The frequency that permeates never change. Only the phone change. Only the body change. The real signal never changes, my friends. You have to understand it. See, once you understand it, you can get the game plan. All right, here's the next one about it. Since you are a God and you can manifest like a God, okay? Here's the next thing that you did. You created a self-correcting code multiverse. You're a feedback. You set yourself up for feedback. You set yourself up like a mirror. You are consciousness playing a person, and you use the phone, your brain, as your accessory to play the game. This is your tool to play the game. This phone breaks. What do? What happens when your phone breaks? You get a new phone. Okay, you got the new phone. What do you have in the phone? You just put your password in, right? Guess what? All your pictures, all your information from the old phone comes to your new phone. You're back online. You can't die. The body breaks and the body goes. You get a new body. You get a new soul. You get a new existence. You cannot destroy. Okay, now let me give another picture why you're a God. Let me give you another picture. You're a God. Okay. Since space, okay, if you take the electron and the protons and neutrons, the leptons, the Higgs boson, all that out, you're going to still have space, right? You know that, right? So you can't, when you look around, okay, so since there's always and ever will be space, there is no after and there is no before. There cannot be an after and there cannot be a before. Following what I'm saying? So, okay, there cannot be a beginning and there cannot be an end. That's one definition of a God. A God has no beginning, no end. Wait a minute. So a space cannot have a beginning, cannot have an end, and you're the consciousness that powers the space, which calls the ether, and then you created a phone, which is this, and you stream yourself into this phone to navigate the world, then you must be a God. Now, here's interesting. The consciousness generates multiple beings. So it comes to you, it comes down as a human, it comes down as an ET, it comes down as a jellyfish, it comes down as an extraterrestrial, it comes down as a reptilian, it comes down as a Palladian, it comes down as a starseed, it comes down in all forms that you can't imagine. But they are all from the same field. They are still the same God. It's just a different phone. The ET is an Android, reptilian is an iPhone, this one is a Samsung, da 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 da. Same. Listen. The game never changes, only the player changes, okay? So now, since you understand this, let's break it down more now. So if you can understand that you are the God force, then how do you start manifesting like the God you are? Well, it's quite simple anyway. So let's go back to the phone analogy. This phone, I can go onto this phone and I can go to Amazon and I can go to anywhere. I could go to eBay, I could order a car, I could even order a house on this phone if I wanted to. So in the phone, there's all this stuff that I can order. And I go in there and say, okay, I want this house. I could even get money on this phone. But this phone has your bank account, all this stuff. You can go into your, this phone right here, you can do anything. Your brain, okay? So your brain. So what do? I go into my brain. So what does the phone use to gain information? It uses different forms of radio waves, okay? Electromagnetic waves. The brain does the same thing. So there's something that you brought here with you, all right? You called it imagination. So imagination you store in your phone. So when you want to find something, you just go and search it up and it pops up as a picture. Guess what? When you want to search something in your head, it pops up as a picture. It's imagination. It pops up as a feeling. So here's how you manifest like a God force. Here's what you do. All the God force does is the God force, when he picks something he or she wants or desires, all they do is run it on replay. What the God force does is just repetition. They imagine the same thing over and over vividly like it's a normal thing. And then it pops up on their phone as a location and tell them where to go to get it. And then they simply walk over. Just like if you order some, the Uber Eats or something, and you go to the restaurant, your order is ready, you pick it up and you go. That's how it works. The best thing about it is you don't have to pay anything, because the God force is everything. It's going to find a way to pay it for you, which is another part of your accessory that you brought down here with you. So let's go back to it again. This phone has a powerhouse in this phone. This phone has a processor, a microprocessor. Some phones are a little higher, more, but this phone has a lot of power, right? This phone can calculate, navigate everything, right? That's the processor in this phone, a CPU, central processing unit. You have one too, and it's called your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is what the God force uses to bring into physical reality. It takes, this phone will show you where the physical stuff is, and you'll walk over to it and you'll see the store. You look in this phone and you see a picture or video of the store, then you actually go to the physical store. That's what the subconscious does. The subconscious shows you the digital part first, then it makes you experience the physical part. You see how this stuff works now? So you have to start to buy into the truth. Because let me tell you something else. This God force is so powerful that when it gets into the game, it can make you believe you are not a god. That's how powerful it is. It says play any game you want to play. If you don't want to believe you're a god, fine, you can live a lackluster life and not a life of power. If you want to believe in your God, you're going to live the most powerful life you ever wanted to do. That's how powerful it is. Of course, this is everything, man. You do it in relationships. Everything you desire, you can get, because you're the space. If the space is imagining something, the space is generating that field. And the field, when the space repeats the field mirrors back as a proton, electron, and neutron, which becomes physical matter. But it all starts with the space. I must repeat again, if we examine the atom, it's 99.999% empty space. Just a little bit of it is what we call mass. So the predominant existence, the predominant nature of reality is the space. What is in the space? Awareness. What is awareness? Consciousness. Do you have awareness? If you have awareness, you are a god. Every single one of you have awareness. Mark, what is awareness? Here is awareness. When you go to sleep at night, you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes. Are you aware of yourself? You look at your hands, okay. Congratulations, you're streamed in as a god. Even when you're sleeping, you're still a god. What you're doing is you're just in another dimension. Sleeping, you're dreaming, but you're still a god. You wake up in the morning, as long as you're aware, you're still a god. And that awareness makes the entire multiverse. The awareness makes money, makes the house, make you healthy, make you wealthy, make you wise, make you successful, make you a great partner, get you love, get you success. Everything comes and permeates from that space, that ether. That is you. You have to use your phone. Your phone is the new you. I'm using the analogy, the phone and the brain, guys. The phone is the brain. So here I'm the God. This is my phone, which is, I'm using an analogy. This is my brain, but this is the phone. So this is what I use to navigate. You can make a lot of money with your phone now. Millions, hundreds of thousands. All of you doing it right now. You can make a lot of money with your brain now. You can manifest anything with the brain. That is what you are. And remember, I'll say it again so you can really get it now. If I go into this phone, like now I could go on a radio station. I go to the TikTok or YouTube. I type in radio station. Okay, here's a radio station. I'm listening to a radio station right now. I'm hearing the guy talking. Is the guy in the phone? If I go into this phone, will I find a studio and the guy talking into this phone? If I go into my brain, will I find, I think, a manifest in the house, a car? If I open my brain, will I find a house and a car in my brain? No. So if I open this phone, what will I find in there? Components. What do I find in my head? Neurons. What else? Dendrites, synapses, cells. Okay. So hey man, what's going on? Where's this stuff streaming from? Where am I getting this image of imagination? Where's this guy talking? Space. Frequency. Non-physical. Non-objective. Okay, so alright, so where is this information coming from, Mark? Space. The consciousness. So what is it doing? So there got to be somebody in here though. This guy talking on this radio, man. He has to have a studio somewhere. Yeah, the studio, you could be in Florida. His studio could be in Los Angeles. You got to go to Los Angeles to get in the physical studio to find this guy. But here's the issue. With the consciousness, you can't go to the phys. There is no place to go to find this stuff because it's not in the human dimension. It's in the non-physical. It's in the consciousness. So how does it work, Mark? So how do I get to experience the consciousness? Brings it to you. You don't go to it. It manifested to you through the phone. How does it do that? The phone have the direction on it. The phone have the map. The phone will tell you how to navigate to go to it. The subconscious is the CPU. Your subconscious will bring it to you. Your subconscious manifests it out. Everything manifests out of thin air. That's what quantum physics is saying. Particles manifest because of consciousness. The electron manifests because of consciousness. You manifest because of awareness. So how the heck are you not a God? Explain that to me. The floor is open now for the doubters and say, oh, I'm not a God. It's blasphemy, man. What is this guy talking about? The space is yours. Go comment now and tell me why you are not a God. I'm looking, I'm scanning, I'm waiting. Be objective. Go ahead. No answer. Of course there's no answer. You cannot untruth the truth, my friends. You cannot untruth the science. Someone say it's not as easy as you say it. Yes, it is as easy as I say it. The reason why it's not as easy as you say it, because you program your phone to say it's not as easy as you say. You know I could program my phone in any settings, right? I could put a complicated pattern password on my phone. I could put a 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern on my phone. I could set up my phone in navigation ways. It's how you set up your phone, man. So if you're saying it's not as easy as you say it, you just proved you're a God. You just set up your phone that way. But now if you say, wait a minute, this guy says it's easy, let me go ahead and unlock my phone. Let me change the pattern on my phone. Guess what? You're going to change the pattern of the frequency that's coming from you. It's going to be easier for you to manifest. The biggest reason people don't manifest stuff, guys, is because they set up their phone or their brain in a pattern to see it as difficult. They make it difficult when it's really simplistic. And plus, to make matters worse, they live in a matrix which propagates making things difficult. The matrix wants you to think to get what you want, you have to run through obstacles and hoops and bounds to get it. But it's really simple. You do not have to do that. All you have to do is simply focus on whatever it is you want without need or attachment, and repeat it and let it go, and allow your God force, which is operating through your unconscious mind, to present the opportunities to you at the right place at the right time. That's it. I don't know how simple that is. So it is as easy as you say it. You just have to go attempt to do it. It's not difficult, of course. It make you think it's difficult. You see, once you understand like what you are and how it works, it's a lot easier for you to play the game. You cannot play a game if you don't know the rules. If you go into the basketball court, the football court, the football field, you could be a great athlete, you have talent. If you don't know how to play the game, you're going to be lost. You can be standing on the court and running around, you're dribbling, and the guy says, hey man, dribble here, take that. What are you doing? You're traveling. Hey, income. You see what I'm saying to you? The reason is you guys don't know the game, the rules of the game. Some of you don't even know what the game is. Someone just asked me, what's the game? The game is what you're doing right now with your life. It's where you live. It's where you work. It's what you think. It's the people around you. That's the game you're living in. What game do you want to live in? What game do you want to play? You want to play the game of lack, stress? That's the game, people. It's the game of life. It's where you're at right now. This is a game. It's called the game. Every morning you get up, you're in the game. You can decide to go here or there. You can decide to change. It's the game. So that's the game. The game changes what you focus on. The phone and the brain, if you start looking up certain things, the phone is so smart, it's going to start sending you the things you're looking up. That's your brain. The game can become fun for some people all the time. Some individuals can get up every day and they're living a wonderful life. All the stuff they're right in the algorithm, like the algorithm they select is perfect for them. Their algorithm is nothing but inspiration, success, wealth, health, happiness. That's the algorithm. 24/7, 365. They're on the algorithm. Some people, stress, drama, lack, insecurity, 24/7, 365. That's their algorithm. What determines their algorithm? The phone. What determines your algorithm? Your brain. What determines the algorithm? What you're focusing on, what you're searching for. You go to your phone, what do you search on the most? That's the feedback you're going to get. In your brain, what are you focusing on the most? That's the feedback you're going to get. The game is a feedback. So if I get up and someone says, oh man, okay, this stuff is not easy, so what are you telling me? Just focus on what I want. Yeah, okay, so let me I'm going to try this thing, man. I'm going to get up every day. I'm going to be more optimistic. I'm going to start to think of stuff I want. I'm just going to practice this. What's going to happen, man? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Your algorithm is going to change. If your algorithm changes, your physical reality changes. This is so potent and powerful. Check this out. This will blow your mind. Here, listen to this one. When your algorithm changes, the people will change. People will drop off. New people will come in. You're going to lose people. My goodness, I thought that was a good friend. Nope. If you lost him, it wasn't a good friend. You can't lose what's supposed to be found. You can't lose what's yours. If the algorithm changes, people are going to fall. People are going to drop out like a play. Like, man, so-and-so haven't called me in a long time. What's going on? They haven't called. You meet someone new. Someone new comes into the algorithm. So what are these people in the algorithm? Even the people around your life are space. They are your characters. You made them a part of the game. That's right. Even the real people you're hugging and touching, even your mother, your father, your uncle, your brother, they are your manifestations. They're in the play. They are serving a role for you. All right, this makes no sense. These people cannot be my creation. They cannot be my manifestation because they have their own ideas. They have their own things. They have their own life. They have their own... Well, if you listen carefully to what I just told you earlier, what did I say about this? I said everything is space. Space has consciousness, awareness. If you're everywhere all at once, that means your awareness splits up and becomes the other person. So it's still from you. It's still an extension of you. Even though they have their own independent thoughts, they're still in your life. They're still in your circle. You're looking at yourself. You're looking at a part of the play. But Mark, so what if these people start doing negative stuff? Does that mean I'm going to be negative? They're affecting me negative. What if they start doing stuff that I don't want? It's not going to affect you because here's the game. When the game opens up, each player has the free will to experience a part of the field they want to. They can look at it at different perspectives. Doesn't mean it's going to come to you. It's just that that's their perspective. But the main point I'm showing you is to show you the God force power of you is that even the people in your surroundings will start to actually change and get out of the way when you start to change how you think. That can only happen if it's a game. Everything you want is within. If you want love, you gotta love yourself first. If you want to be successful, you gotta be successful first. If you want to have more money, you gotta see yourself worthy and deserving of money first. All of that comes with an imagination. An imagination is something you input inside yourself and repeat it over again. Then it's going to mirror outside. And when it mirrors outside, that's what you see as the game. The game is already going inside. The game is in the phone, man. The game is in here. The game is in the brain. Remember again, the brain is a receiver. This is a receiver. Look, this is my accessory. I'm holding the phone. So that means you are holding the brain. You are somewhere in another dimension. So look at this phone like the 3D world, right? And I'm holding this phone, but you can't see me because I don't live in the 3D. I'm in another dimension. But I'm looking down and seeing everything that's happening, and you're not aware of it. So I can go ahead and I can do stuff to this phone. While you're at the phone, I can program you to do a certain thing. Who's doing that? The God force, the me, the consciousness. I'm doing this. So if I'm looking at the phone, and the phone now, sometimes the phone has a mind of its own. You know, you can program your phone to do certain things. The phone say, okay, the brain says, I want to go do this, something else. I want to do this. And I can say, no, you can't do that because that's not a part of the plan we set up. Here, I'm gonna make you do something else. Hey, man, why are you making me do this, man? And then you turn around like, oh, man, thank you for making me doing this. I got more success. Hey, a minute ago, you were cussing me out, so you don't want to do it. But now when you got success, you want to do it. My bad, man. I was just frustrated because I didn't know where I was going. You know, I thought you was trying to lead me somewhere else. See? That's why you have to always follow what you've been led to. Don't force nothing because the God force got it already in control for you, man. See how it works? So hopefully that'll give you a clear understanding. So now the person that wrote me, I hope this enlightened you to see now why you are a God and a God force. So you're not just a human trying to find a purpose. If you want to learn more, see, you can even win the lottery as a God force. Here's the book I wrote about me winning it. And a lot of people use it to win it. Here it is. Manifest how to win the lottery using quantum physics. Same power that creates it from the ether. And then this, the cheat code to master the game of life. Both available Amazon. Paperback. And of course, you're getting my one-on-one mentoring. Open right now for you to take advantage of. Put everything in the pinned comments below. So always remember, guys, that you are the space permeating as a human being or in the game. All right, see you again next time.